Our top story this morning, the coronavirus risk level for Bexar County schools is now in the red.
Another sharp spike in the number of new cases means new recommendations for students and staff. Erica Zuko is joining us now. And Erica, the big question, a lot of parents and teachers now asking, does this mean schools will close to in-person learning?
No, Sarah and Barry, and at this point we haven't heard any announcements from any of the area's largest school districts about major changes being made. But what this does do, putting schools in the red zone, means that it triggers different guidance from Metro Health, and some of that guidance is trying to limit the students that are working on things together into pods of 6 or fewer, and really prioritizing students who have special learning needs or who are really at risk in terms of who will be there for in-person learning. But at this point, we haven't heard of any other major changes that will be happening. Now, colleges will be asked to remain virtual wherever possible. They're also recommending only drive-through school activities and events. They're also recommending that students are spaced 6 feet apart and students and staff are spaced 10 feet apart whenever there's eating happening. And they're saying that 25% of staff members should be tested at least once a week. Metro Health also announced several updates to its initial guidance. It includes putting pre-K through elementary students into priority groups for in-person learning in the yellow zone, increasing occupancy for the yellow zone from 25 to 50%, and highlighting the need for extra vigilance during meals, breaks, and in locker rooms, training rooms, shared housing, and on buses. And again, we haven't seen any major changes in any of the largest school districts, but Metro Health is asking that parents consider moving their students to remote learning. Reporting in San Antonio, Erica Zuko, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.